Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I've got a little bit of a different one for you today. Today we're doing an unboxing of a partial collection that I bought from a seller in Montana. And this is the second time I've bought from him. So he reached out to me maybe a year or so ago and noticed that I was a big horror fan. And he said he had a bunch of horror books that he was looking to sell. And we talked on the phone, did some video chatting, showed me everything that he had, and we struck a deal. And I think it was just a long box full of comics. So I did a video on that. So go back on my YouTube channel and look for that video. So he contacted me again a couple weeks ago and showed me videos of everything that he had. And I said, let's do it. So it's mostly Bronze Age stuff. And, you know, nothing huge, but there are some nice books in here. So not a ton of books. He shipped 4 separate priority boxes. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to get a close-up view as I'm unboxing these, and we'll see what we got. All right, guys, so here we are. We've got the 4 boxes. Let me put 3 of them off to the side, and we're just going to start right out and unbox the first one here. So what he did mention to me was that since there weren't really enough comics to fit in 4 complete boxes, and in order to provide some protection on these, he filled it up with some other stuff, even some other comics that, you know, what he called, you know, maybe junk comics, just to provide some additional protection. So here we go. This is what the packaging looks like. All right. Here we go. Doesn't look like there's any damage or anything, at least with the first box. Let's be very careful here. And again, Bronze Age horror, you know, some nice books, but no huge grails by any means. Hopefully I've got the camera set up in a way where you guys can see everything I got here. All right. So here we go. All right, let's do this. So we're like half and half here, upside down versus right side up. All right. Okay. So not a whole lot of these are bagged and boarded, but that's okay, right? We're just going to quickly go through them. So a lot of unexpected here, which has really become a hot title. The ventriloquist one, that's always a good one. Some House of Mystery, nice. I'd say these are maybe mid to upper mid grade. A majority of these, some of them a little nicer, right? This one looks pretty nice. All right, some House of Secrets stuff. Again, right? No big keys that we've seen so far. This is nice. Unexpected 175. I can't remember. Is this Louis Dominguez? I should know this, right? I think it's Louis Dominguez, but that's a nice book. All right, let's keep going here. Some Ghostly Tale. All right, now we're into some Charlton. Some of these are bagged and boarded, which is nice. A lot of Ditko stuff here. And there is no huge Charlton keys, right? When I went through the videos with them. So no Ghost Manor 23 or Ghostly Haunts, you know, 49. None of those. Just some nice, solid books. Tom Sutton. Adventures in Sorcery #1, right? As told by Sabrina. So Archie series. This actually turned into the Red Circle books after a few issues. And so I think these are just the throw-ins that he added in to kind of protect the books. So I didn't see any of these in the video. So nothing special here, but all right, these can go into a bulk pile, and whoops, with some other Bronze and Copper Age books. All right, some Witching Hour. Now some of these are like VG. Nice cover. But I'd say a majority of them are, again, right, mid-grade to like an upper mid-grade. Some more Unexpected and some more Charlton. Nice Wrightson cover. House of Mystery 195. Very nice. Bernie Wrightson down there. All right, this is low grade. House of Mystery 189, but still desirable cover. And of course, okay, House of Mystery 123. I'm sorry, House of Secrets 123. The Frank Robbins cover, the melting face ice cream cone being held by the skeleton hand. So not super high grade, nice affordable grade here though. Maybe a 5.0. We'll see. We'll see what the back looks like. But that is a nice key issue for sure. And then finally, some more Charlton. Pat Boyette. His painted covers are fantastic. And then some more filler books just to protect the books at the bottom, all right? Okay, so that is box number 1. Kind of move these off to the side. Let's get into box number 2. So, you know, we had an option to ship these in a short box. Because I think they're, I don't know, 150 books or something like that. But I think it would have been even more expensive to do it in a short box. And there would have been a lot more filler material, and it just would have been odd. So these Priority Mail flat rate boxes were a little more economical. And we shared the cost of shipping, by the way. Okay. So again, all 4 of these boxes are going to be pretty much the same, right? The same type of books. There were some of these are going to be a little bit lower grade. All right, which I knew. Again, I saw pretty much everything. Here's a nice Wrightson cover, House of Mystery 231. All right, here some lower grade stuff, right? House of Mystery. This is the DC Giant. Yeah, what is it, issue 20? But anyway, yeah, very low grade. Very low grade. Nonetheless, all right, Secrets of Haunted House. Let me flip these over. Okay. All right, some more House of Secrets books. Always love this cover. It has more of a pre-code horror look to me. Always has. House of Secrets 134. I'm trying to remember who this is. I don't think it's San Ho Kim. For the life of me, I can't remember. Of course, I will put it on the screen. All right, more House of Secrets. Yes, the boxing one with the skeleton ref. Ghost Castle, number 3, number 2, and number 1. Some ghosts. Hold on. Let me do this a little bit. Make a new pile. All right, again, just going through these kind of quickly. Giant-sized ghosts. Again, most of them mid-grade. The skeleton surfing tidal wave cover. Popular cover. More ghosts. A lot of ghosts. Holy smokes. I didn't remember there being this many. Yeah, like this one is kind of lower grade. Okay. Secrets of Haunted House number 5, the Bernie Wrightson pumpkin cover. So very nice. We'll see. Not a ton of spine damage on this one. This with a clean impress, I don't know, 7.0 to 8.0. We'll see. Corners are decent. Yeah, nice book. The second, I'd say, bigger key issue in this purchase. All right, some more Unexpected. And Secrets of Haunted House. Shark cover. I talked about this one before. Louis Dominguez, I think in my last video. And nice grade. This is really nice. All right, some more Secrets. Guys, whenever I see this one, like from the top, I always think it's a issue 123, the one that we already saw, the ice cream cover. Anyone else get fooled by that when they see it? Patchwork Man. All right, another nice little key. House of Secrets 139, another Wrightson pumpkin cover. Awesome. Now, there is not a DC Super Spectacular number 4 in this collection. I did not get one of those. Always looking for those. All right, switching our Phantom Stranger. All right, these aren't super valuable. Not a lot of people buying the later Phantom Strangers from Beyond the Unknown. Nice cover. Love that cover. Adventure Comics. I think these are just, a couple of these are filler books, so yep, that's all creased up. With Spectre. Pretty low grade. Silver Age. And then some weird Mystery Tales, which it's a great title. The werewolf cover, really nice. This one's a low grade. And finally, House of Secrets and Secrets of Sinister House. Low grade, but a great cover. That is, the guy with the shovel is about to kill the driver, I think. Okay, let's get some of these out of the way. And let's do box number 3. All right, I'm going to give a little bit of a shout out to an old school YouTube comic book channel called sellmycomicbooks.com. So, I don't know, maybe 10 years or so ago, they were an outfit out of somewhere in the Northeast, I think Maine, and they own their own comic shop. And they would get in lots of collections from all over the place. And they would do a YouTube video for an unboxing of essentially what seemed like a majority, all their collections that they got in, or at least a lot of them. And it was kind of like this. And I was hooked. I could not wait for their next video to come out. Absolutely hooked. Again, this was maybe 10 years ago or so. But they were really fun to watch and much more entertaining than I am. But they moved on. I think they moved into, went to work for Golden. Now they're working in the comic and collectibles department for Golden Auctions. All right. Again, let's find the halfway point here. Flip them over. Okay. Always a nice Wrightson cover. House of Mystery 214 with the faces on the fingers. These are a little bit lower grade. Oh my goodness, I love this book. House of Mystery 205. Very difficult to find in the wild and nice grade. This is, I don't know, maybe a 5.0, but we'll get it looking nice for sure. All right, more Wrightson. Russ Heath, he didn't do a whole lot of covers for DC Bronze Age Horror, but he did this one. Full Moon cover, the Ghost Ship cover, the Weird Mystery Tales number 23 with the witches and the full moon. All right, another Bernie Wrightson cover. Now, some of these are in nice condition. All right, we'll just keep going through here. Again, I don't think any other big keys that we're going to stumble across here. I think we kind of saw the 3 or 4. Oh, beautiful. House of Mystery 236. Very, very desirable cover here. Mr. Bernie Wrightson. I don't know. 7.0, 8.0. Gothic bronze cover. Okay, these giant ones, these 100-page ones are always tough to find, but you know what? Pretty solid condition here. I've got a lot of cleaning and pressing ahead of me. Things are stacking up. All right, more Charlton. Again, none of the huge Charlton keys, but just some decent ones. Another painted Pat Boyett cover. I can't remember if this is Ghostly Tales 106, if this is Tom Sutton or not. I don't remember. All right, some more filler books. Throw these into the bulk pile. All right, another 100-pager, some witching hour. These witching hours with this skeleton with the hat on. There are, I don't know, 3 or 4 covers with him on there, and people are always looking for those. Okay, but no super early witching hours, and no witching hour 28 with the Santa Claus either. Unfortunately, I was really hoping for that one. But solid grades, right? There were a handful of ones that are lower grade, but majority of these nice, solid, 6.0, 7.0s, 8.0s, and then of course some lower grade ones here. All right, and then some more filler books. Okay, 3 boxes down, 1 to go. Let's make some space. All right, let's go. Last box magic. What are we going to get in here? This one had some extra taping done to it. Okay, same type of thing. Some bagged and boarded, majority of them not. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, these are just some. Are these the? I'm trying to remember. He talked about maybe some Spanish books. El Spirit. Here we go. If anybody wants some Spanish El Spirit books, let me know. Kind of cool. These were just kind of, he said they would be some throw-ins. So he threw them in. All right. Let's go through these. Some more unexpected, a giant unexpected here. Neal Adams. Neal Adams didn't put his name on too many covers, right? Cover art, but he did on this one. This is the one of the 80-page giant. House of Mystery, 251. There are probably 4 or 5 of these right in a row, and they're all fairly desirable. All right, more 100-pagers. Really haven't seen this cover very often. Unexpected 167 with the fireball skeleton head. Kind of cool. Nice one with the old ship and the skeleton. Snowman cover. Low grade. Pretty low grade here. Yeah, this one is really falling apart. This old Silver Age one. The skeleton surfboard cover. And the unsuspect, well, now they're suspecting women in their bikinis. And some more Pat Boyette and more Charlton, some Ditko. Seems like mostly Ditko stuff and Pat. Oh, Haunted Love. We don't see Haunted Love very often, and I do not know who did this cover. Haunted Love. What a great title. Again, I said this in my last video. Hardest title to find for Charlton Bronze Age horror. And I don't know who did this cover. But I'll find out. Very nice Ghostly Tales cover. All right. Here we go. Last few books. Some House of Secrets. Mummy cover. Always like that one. Bernie Wrightson. Very nice. Bernie Wrightson. Excellent. A couple unexpecteds. I've always liked this one, right? It's not super valuable, but sorry, get it on camera. Not super valuable, but yeah, always enjoyed that cover. Really cool looking. All right, last but not least, looks like some Charltons here. Maybe some more Ditko. Very cool cover. This is one of the later Ghostly Tales. Lady with the wolf in the background. And who does this? O'Connell? I don't know who that is. But 1982, so right at the end of the Bronze Age, right? If you're one of the people that says the Bronze Age goes to 1983. All right, sorcery number 2. We saw sorcery number 1 earlier. And last but not least, another painted cover by Pat Boyette. Okay, so that's it. Let's summarize what I got. Okay, guys, so just to sum it all up, we got probably 150 books, something like that. Nothing huge, right? In terms of, you know, Charlton books, we got some Pat Boyette painted covers. We got this Haunted Love number 10, beautiful painted cover. More Pat Boyette. Chilling Adventures in Sorcery number 1 with Sabrina. That was Archie's series that turned into Red Circle. And then for DC stuff, just, you know, some cool covers. Ernie Chan, Neil Adams, Bernie Wrightson again. Can't remember. Is it Jack Sparling? I should know. I'm embarrassed that I don't know. Another beautiful Weird Mystery Tales cover, number 23, with the witches on there. Is this Ernie Chan again? I got to find out. Bernie Wrightson, The Skull in the Lake, another skull cover, Louis Dominguez, I think. Bernie Wrightson, and the last 3, Bernie Wrightson pumpkin cover, an even more sought after Bernie Wrightson pumpkin cover, and finally the ice cream cone Frank Robbins cover. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Fun unboxing, a lot to do here. Get ready for my next claim sale. Stay tuned for details on that. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, have a great day.